Hi, this recording is to introduce Microsoft PowerPoint. PowerPoint is a great software to utilize in lectures, seminars, sales pitches, other activities where you want to share your thoughts, on a projector in front of an audience. You can also record tutorials using slideshows and videos using PowerPoint. So it's a good software to learn. As you open PowerPoint, you are you go to the home tab and you can choose from either a blank presentation or an existing template. And so you see we have different templates to choose from. So if you just click on this template, for example, this is how it looks. Basically, they provide you with a preview of how the design looks like, and then you can go to create to download the template. And here we go. We have a template that we can work with. And you see it looks professional. We really haven't done anything for the design ourselves. And then all you need to do is just customize it with your own information. See, it even has tables and things like that. So this is what we mean by a template. But normally, you would start with a blank presentation. So if you want to start with a blank presentation, again, it is suggesting designs to go by or to go with. And for the time being, since we're learning PowerPoint for the first time, let's just go ahead and close this so we can learn the basics of PowerPoint. Okay? And so this is slide number 1. And slide number 1 typically has your title and subtitle. So let's say we want to talk about how to be successful in college and giving tips on that. And so a good title for that would be something like Keys to Success in College. And in the subtitle, you may have things like maybe a guide to being a successful college student. You can also include your name. So I'm going to put my name here and perhaps the date. Okay. And you can add more things to the title, but I don't want to make people busy with the content that I have, like on the title slide. So this looks good enough. And you can see that we have adjusting handles. So I can drag this down, for example. I can drag this up as you move these boxes around. So this is the main title, a placeholder, and this is the subtitle placeholder where you can add your subtitle. Now, it's always a good idea to plan your presentation before creating it. So it will be nice to create an outline where you say, you know what, the first slide is going to be my title, the second slide is going to be my objectives. And so objectives is like basically the outline of the presentation where you share with your audience that these are the topics I'm going to be covering in my presentation. And then maybe the third slide can be the actual body of your presentation. And the body can be multiple slides. We can share charts, you can share images, pictures and things like that. And then if you have any references that you use, then maybe works cited at the end and maybe a concluding slide to just wrap things up as you conclude your presentation. But since I'm only introducing PowerPoint here, I'm not going to go through all of this. Otherwise, this recording will last for maybe 2 hours. And so we will just create maybe three slides, 3 or 4 slides. And so to create another slide after the title slide, you can click here and then click on new slide. Now you have one of two options. You can either click on this one here, and that will automatically create a slide for you and it gives you a certain layout, or you can click here again on slides and then click on the option below that, and then you choose what you want. So if you have like two content, if you want to do comparison between two different images or two different charts, you can add that. You can also do content with caption. And so you have different options to add slides using the slides and layout. And once you add the slide, you can change the layout by clicking here and changing it directly from here. All right. So the second slide, we can say something about setting the foundation. And maybe say something about time management. It's very important to manage your time wisely in college so that you are successful. And we have also maybe study skills. All right, so these are primary list level. And so if I want to add like secondary list level underneath time management, then I can hit enter here. And then I can basically hit the tab key to go inside. Or you can also go to paragraph and then you have increase indent or increase list level or decrease list level. But I like to use shortcuts all the time. So look, if I do tab, I go more inside. If I go shift tab, I go outside. So tab to go to the secondary list level. And so maybe you can say something about the importance of creating a schedule. And maybe about balancing academic and personal commitments. Okay. And maybe tips for time management or effective time management. Okay. And so underneath study skills, we can say something about importance of active learning. And give the audience ideas on effective note-taking strategies. And you can keep going on and on, but again, you got the idea of how you can create bullets and like secondary bullets and so on and so forth. Now, one thing to keep in mind also as you create your PowerPoint slides is the environment where you will be presenting. Is it going to be in a small classroom that fits maybe 15 people? Or is it going to be in an auditorium with 1,000 plus people in attendance? Also, is it going to be for like maybe K-12 students, or is it going to be a scholarly presentation where you present to subject matter experts and like big stakeholders, big corporations that will be listening to your presentation? So all of that you have to keep in mind as you create your slides. Let's say, for example, we want to add another slide here on academic excellence. Okay. And perhaps we can add something about classroom engagement. And effective study habits. And as I said earlier, if you want to change this layout, if you don't like what you're seeing here, you want to completely change the layout, you can simply go to Slides, click on Layout, and change it from here. And so the previous layout on slide number 2, we used this particular one, title and content, right? And you see how we can quickly change it that way. And if you want to go back to the previous layout, you can undo what you did by clicking this arrow, or a keyboard shortcut to do that is Control Z. Control Z as in zebra will undo your change. Okay? And so we have different views that, like within PowerPoint, this view is called normal view. You also have slide sorter view. So the slide sorter basically shows you a quick view of all your slides. Of course, we only have 3 right now. And we also have reading view, which basically you can quickly go through your presentation. You can use your arrows and space bar as you go through your presentation. And you also have slideshow view that will basically show your presentation. It will occupy your entire screen as you show your presentation. So that is called slideshow view. And this is the view that you will need to use as you present in front of an audience. You want to go through the slideshow view. So going back to normal view, you see your slides on the pane here on the left, and then that's where you do your work. Now sometimes you may want to also add notes to your slides. So if I click notes here, and let's say I want to remind myself to talk about something as I present certain slides. So let's say under study skills, I also want to talk about utilizing resources like the library and perhaps study groups. Okay, so as I present this, there is a presenter view that I would look at, and basically my audience will only see the actual slide while I see the slide itself and the notes and all the good stuff. And so that will help me as I do my presentation. And so under views, you have, the different views that you can choose from. Like I can go also to notes page. I can print that if I want like to have a printout in front of me with my notes, you can do that. Or if you want to share your notes with your audience, you can also print that. You can also go to the Home tab, or rather File tab, and go to Print. And so some of the options that you have from here is we can do, for example, print 3 slides per page. And I'm sure you've seen that where in lectures where the instructor may give the students their like slides, his or her slides, and they print it this way so that the students can write notes on the side. And so you can print it as 3 slides, 2 slides, you can have even 9 slides. So depending on the purpose that you want, you can print it this way. But let's just go ahead and stick to this for now. Also, if you have colors in your PowerPoint slides, you can choose, for example, if you want to print it in color, if your printer is a color printer, or you can do grayscale, which is shades of gray versus pure black and white. So if you want to save on ink, colored ink, then you may want to go with these options. Okay, so this recording pertains to introducing a PowerPoint presentation. I will have other recordings about how to add objects and pictures and other things to your slides as well.